Ever found yourself scrolling through your social media feed and seeing a close friend share something that just does not quite seem right? Perhaps it is a news story that sounds too wild to be true, or a statistic that feels misleading. It is a tricky situation to navigate, isn't it? On one hand, you want to help your friend by sharing accurate information. On the other hand, you definitely want to avoid an awkward confrontation or making them feel foolish. How can you step in effectively without risking your relationship? Well, a brief factual reply to friend misinformation is exactly what it sounds like. It is a calm, concise, and objective message that gently corrects a misstatement shared by a friend using easily verifiable information. Its primary purpose is to inform, not to instigate a heated debate, and certainly not to embarrass anyone. It is about sharing clarity with kindness. This particular approach is incredibly effective because it respects your friend's autonomy and intelligence, while still offering them an opportunity to reconsider the information they have shared. By keeping the interaction non-confrontational and strictly factual, you avoid triggering those common defensive reactions that often shut down communication. The goal here is to plant a tiny seed of accurate information, allowing them to process it at their own pace, rather than trying to instantly win an argument. It preserves the relationship while upholding truth. So, how do you put this into practice? Let us break it down into simple, actionable steps. First, and this is crucial, always verify the information yourself before you even consider replying. Use trusted, independent sources like established news organizations, reputable fact-checking websites such as Snopes.com or PolitiFact.com, or even academic institutions. Make absolutely certain that your correction is rock solid. Next, be specific and direct, but keep it very brief. Choose just one or two key points to address, rather than overwhelming your friend with a long list of grievances. For example, instead of a broad statement, you might say, "I saw your post about the new health regulation. I actually found an article from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention that says the policy goes into effect next year, not this month." Always offer a credible link to support your factual correction. Providing a direct link allows your friend to independently explore the information and see the evidence for themselves, all without feeling like they are being lectured or cross-examined. It is an invitation to learn, not a demand. When you phrase your reply, use I statements. This frames your correction from your own perspective, making it less accusatory. For instance, try saying, "I was curious about that claim too and learned that multiple scientific studies suggest otherwise." Or, "I found this interesting article from the National Institutes of Health that clarifies the issue." This approach focuses on your own learning journey, not their perceived error. Then, decide whether to keep it public or go private. If it is a casual post without much emotional weight, a simple public comment can sometimes be fine. However, for more sensitive or potentially embarrassing topics, a private message is almost always the better choice. It spares your friend any public humiliation and keeps the conversation between the two of you. Finally, and this is very important, know when to stop. Once you have offered your brief, factual information and the supporting link, step back. You cannot force someone to change their mind or accept your perspective. Your primary goal was to provide accurate information, not to engage in a lengthy and potentially draining back and forth debate. By adopting this gentle but firm strategy, you are doing more than just correcting a single piece of misinformation. You are actively fostering what is sometimes called information hygiene within your personal social circles. This approach subtly introduces the powerful idea of critical thinking and source verification, which are essential skills for navigating our increasingly complex information landscape. Think of each brief factual reply as a small, positive act of media literacy advocacy, helping to raise the overall bar for truthful communication among your friends. Ultimately, by consistently offering brief, factual, and non-judgmental corrections, you empower your friends with more accurate information and subtly encourage a more thoughtful, evidence-based approach to what they encounter and share online. It is a powerful yet understated way to quietly contribute to a more informed, resilient, and truth-seeking community, one gentle and well-sourced correction at a time.
If this helps you think critically, like, subscribe, and stay informed with us.